lesson is based on break-even analysis. Okay. All right. By the end of this learning unit, you should be able to explain the concept of break-even, determine the break-even point, given the total revenue and total cost functions. Again, to determine the even point after setting up a total revenue and total cost function from the available information. Right. Let's start with break-even analysis. In business, it is usually very important to know how many of a product should be sold to break even. That is, even when income from selling the product equals the cost to produce or buy it. A break-even analysis is the process of determining the level of sales or production at which total revenue equals total cost. At this point, the business makes neither profit nor a loss. At break-even, this is the formula. So at break-even, we have that formula. We have this formula. Sorry. We have this formula that is TR is equals to TCO. TR is equals to FC plus VC. Why? Because we know that our total cost is equals to fixed cost plus variable cost. Right. So it depends on what you're given to choose between these two formulas. So we have an example. So the example says, a coffee shop sells cups of coffee for 40 Rand each. Right. And then the monthly fixed costs are 12,000 Rand and the variable cost is 16 Rand per cup. So then it means that 12,000 Rand is our fixed cost. We all know that, which is FC. And then the variable cost, 16 Rand per cup. We all know that that's our VC, right? And then now we have a question. It says, determine the total. So it says determine the total revenue function, right? So we know that the total revenue function is equals to, we all know that total revenue is equals to P times Q, all right? Then we know that our P is 40 because they said that a coffee shop sells cups of coffee for 40 Rand. So this, it means that now our total is going to be 40 Q. So this is our total revenue. That's a total revenue function. All right. And then now we move on to question number 2. It says that determine the total cost function. So we all know that the total cost function is equals to fixed cost plus our variable cost. All right. So we don't have our variable cost. So I'm going to calculate the variable cost on the side. So our variable cost is equals to at C times Q. So it's cost times quantity. So we all know that our cost is 16 Rand. So it means that this will be 16 Q. And then now it means that now we can calculate our total cost because we have the variable cost. Then now we can calculate our total cost. So our total cost will be equals to the variable cost. Sorry, no, fixed cost. Our fixed cost is 12,000 Rand. So it's 12,000. Then plus variable cost, which is a 16Q. So this is our total cost function. All right. And then now we move on to number 3. They're saying determine the number of cups that must be sold to break even. So the number of cups must be sold to break even. We remember that we said that to break even, our total revenue must be equals to our total cost. So this is the formula we are going to use. So we are going to say total revenue. So it means this will be TR. Sorry. This is going to be TR. Gonna be TR is equals to total cost, TC. And then now we substitute our total revenue. We got 40Q, if you remember. And then this is equals to our total cost. We just calculated it. It was 12,000, which is our fixed cost. Then plus 16Q, which is our variable cost. And then now we can calculate, all right, the number of cups, which is the quantity. Then now like terms one side. So I'm going to take the 16Q to my left. So I will have 40Q. Then when you take the 16 to your left, when it jumps an equal sign, when 16 jumps an equal sign, it changes the sign. You take the 16, you take it to the left. So we are going to have a negative 16Q. And then this is equals to a 12,000. And then 40 minus 16, we are going to get a 24Q. Then this is equals to 12,000. And then now we need to solve for our Q. We are going to divide both sides by 24. Divide by 24. Divide by 24. Then therefore our Q is going to be equals to 12,000 divided by 24. We are going to get a 500. So therefore, this means that the coffee shop must sell 500 cups to break even. So therefore, coffee shop must sell 500 cups to break even. All right. And then now, number 4. So now we go to number 4. It says that determine the total revenue and the total cost at break-even point. Total revenue and total cost at break-even point. So it means that we need a Q. Remember we said that for us to break even, we need 500 cups. So now we already have that our Q is equals to 500. That's the quantity to break even. So now we are going to calculate the total revenue. The formula for total revenue is equals to, we got 40Q. Then now we are going to substitute wherever we see Q, we are going to put 500. So this will be 40 and then times 500. Then our answer is going to be 20,000 Rand. So it means that we are going to need a total revenue of 20,000 Rand. So now let's see the total cost. So now what about the total cost? Sorry. So with the total cost, can we just do this? Total cost. Remember we had 12,000 Rand, which is the fixed cost, plus the variable cost in 16Q. Then now same thing happens wherever we see Q, we are going to put 500. So this is 12,000, then plus 16. Then wherever I see Q, I put 500. And then therefore it means that our total cost will be 20,000 Rand. Then it proves our point. Break even, they must be equal. Okay. So therefore it means that now remember, then therefore it means that, so this way they're going to break even, when your total revenue is equals to 20,000 and also your total cost 20,000. So it means that here the break even, our break even point is at even point, sorry. Our break-even point is. So if they ask you to calculate the break-even point, this is how you calculate it. In case they ask you that, all right? Is where your quantity is 500, and then you have 20,000 rands. Sorry, 20,000 rands. Okay, thank you. See you on the next lesson. I'm sorry. Okay.